What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing another beer from the Stone Brewing Company, and they are out of both Escondido, California and Richmond, Virginia, and this is their Hazy IPA. So they're calling this one an amazingly hazy IPA that comes in at 6.7% alcohol by volume, 35 IBUs at the time of review. This can is just under 2 months old. So never had this one before, saw it relatively fresh. When I picked it up, it was like 5 or 6 weeks old. A little bit older now, but we should be fine, and that's because they have a package and enjoy by date, which is fantastic. I love when breweries do that. The enjoy by date is November 12th of 2022, and we're about 2 months away from that date, so according to Stone, we should be fine. They have a little spiel here on the back that we will read. It says, IPAs were once considered an extreme style only for hardcore beer nerds like, say, us. Today, we're stoked to see IPAs the most popular style of craft beer in the world and quite proud of our role in getting it there. There's no denying juicy hazy IPAs like this one have further fueled that popularity. With Stone Hazy IPA, we say, hell yeah, embrace the revolution. Hops are using Dorado, Azacca, and Sabro, and then flavor notes, very generic, tropical, citrus, and juicy. Anyway, let's crack this one open and get it into the glass, see what we got going on here. So yeah, I'm really excited. I haven't had too many hazy IPAs from Stone. Recently, I reviewed their 26th anniversary, which was basically a triple dry hopped Imperial IPA, almost 10%. And while I enjoyed that one, and I think I gave it a 4 out of 5, at the same time, it was one of those beers where it was like, that's an anniversary beer. I wanted something a little bit more. Don't get me wrong, it was good. I think I gave it, again, a 4 out of 5. But it was one of those beers where you're looking for a little bit more from something that's an anniversary beer, but they're paying homage to the original Stone IPA and the whole nine, so I get it. But anyway, it was a good beer. I'm hoping this is just as good, if not better. So yeah, it has that haziness to it. Has like a hazy yellow-orange color. Can't see through it. Has a good turbidity to it. Just over a finger of a fluffy, bright white colored head. Plays the role. Let's get a nose. Nice. I'm getting a little bit of coconut from Sabro. Nice. I was wondering if I was going to get that because that's the third hop listed. But very slight pina colada vibes. Underlying big, like, juicy citrus. So orange, tangerine, dare I say tangelo. So the hybrid of the, grapefruit and tangerine. Has a little bit of like a pineapple, stone fruit too. Melon maybe. Dare I say papaya. And I just recently had a papaya within the last couple weeks. One thing I will say about papaya, I've had it numerous times and I like it. I love the consistency of it, right? Like it has like a nice creaminess, almost like a melon-esque, kind of like a honeydew melon or like a mango. But I feel like papaya doesn't have a ton of flavor. It almost has like this generic like earthiness to it, like a sweet earthiness. That's what I'm kind of getting here. A little bit of the malt poking through. Maybe that is the age, almost 2 months old. But yeah, like a slight bready kind of malt sensation. It smells pretty good though. Does it smell tropical like they say on the back of the can? Yes. Does it smell citrus-esque? Yes. Does it have a little bit of that juicy note? Sure. This smells like a really solid hazy IPA. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. I don't know how to drink beer. Almost 1,500 reviews. No idea how to drink beer. Solid, yeah, it's solid. Oh, the fuck was that in the second sip? That was nice, but what was that? I gotta go back, hang on. Ooh, that darts in and out really quickly. I didn't get on the first sip. So the first sip was really nice. You could tell maybe it lost a little bit of its impactfulness because it is almost 2 months old, just under. But that second and third sip, something happened, and I'll tell you what it was. Juicy fruit bubblegum. So whatever yeast you're using, and this is typically, I'll get it out of like Treehouse, sometimes Hot Butcher, occasionally like other half, but some of the bigger New England style or / hazy IPA producers, you'll get that bubblegum kind of yeast note. That's what I just got here in the second and third sips. And I'm getting a lot of orange and citrus, almost giving me like an orange bubblegum, or like if an orange juicy fruit specifically existed. Anyway, let's go back in for body and mouthfeel. Bodiness and medium body, 6.7%, right? Yeah, that's fine. Maybe a slight... I'm one of those beer tubers. You come and watch my channel, and when I start talking about body mouthfeel, I'm always cool with if a beer is like 6.5%, 7% or higher. If it's a little bit thin, I think the drinkability is fine if it's a hop forward beer, right? Like if I'm getting a hazy IPA or American IPA, a lot of times when I drink triple IPAs, I'm cool with the body being thinner. I think it's more drinkable. I don't want syrupy. So this is medium body, 6.7%. I'd say it's appropriate, maybe a touch thin, but I'm okay with it. I'm fine. I'm actually happy about it. The mouthfeel, yeah, it's soft, smooth, and creamy. Maybe a little bit more carbonation than should be in the style. This is like moderately carbonated. I like to see it a touch under. So body, fine by me. Mouthfeel, it's all right. I don't think this is not one of those beers that I would drink just because of the body mouthfeel, but I don't think they're inappropriate for the style. The taste, right front, lots of citrus. There's ruby red grapefruit. There's sweeter citrus mixed in with a zesty, but it's like pink grapefruit or ruby red grapefruit. Like a sweeter tangerine, like a cutie, like a blood orange, like more, for me, sweeter citrus fruits. That passes through, and that is when the bubblegum hits, and it's, again, like a juicy fruit bubblegum character. Mix it in with that orange, which gives me orange juicy fruit or orange bubblegum. Right after that, but that darts in and out. Like that, again, second and third sip I took, I was like, what? Like, hang on, let me try to figure out what it is. And it's definitely bubblegum. But it enters and leaves so quickly that, like, that's why had an issue processing it with my brain. It's really cool, though. Right after that, a little bit of melon, touch of pineapple, maybe mango, peach, stone fruits. There's nuances of different tropical and stone fruits, but they're not too big. Then on the second half of the palate, there's this nice herbaceous, earthy kind of feeling to it. Again, kind of like that papaya, like you transition from like a tropical fruit and more to the earthy side of the fruit itself. It finishes semi to full on dry with a mild bitterness. Not really bitter, but a big dryness. So that's one thing I've noticed about, especially for me, New England style or hazy IPAs that I enjoy. They're not going to have a lot of bitterness typically. Like I drink a lot of Hop Butcher stuff, and Hop Butcher, excuse me, they don't have a lot of beers that are like super bitter or like even moderately bitter. It's more the dryness that breaks up the monotony of all the sweetness and balances out. And I think this beer is doing that. It's been introducing a moderate to almost full-on dryness that is stopping the beer from being too sweet, which is welcomed because there is a lot of sweet, fruity, juicy notes at the beginning of the palate. And if that carries on through the rest of the palate, it becomes cloying and almost undrinkable by the time I finish this can. 6.7%, you can't tell. No warming in the chest, nothing on palate. Kudos to Stone for this one. I think this is solid. And I got this in a mix 6-pack section of my local Wegmans grocery store. And again, it was, when I picked up, it was like, I think just under 6 weeks old. So you could do a lot worse. Is this a grocery store beer at this point? Stone being sold as Sapporo and whatnot. We'll see how the quality is down the line. Some people will stop buying it because they're owned by a bigger corporation. And that's fine. For me, I'm still going to pick up their stuff, especially if I see it in a mixed 6-pack location or it's something that speaks to me. I know they're coming out with their IRS, their Imperial Russian Stout, later this year, which I'll definitely grab and review. But I think for, like, let's just say this is like a grocery store IPA or like, again, a shelfie beer. I'm not doing this as a part of shelfie beer reviews for the month of September 2022, but this could have been involved. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's a good, well-made, solid hazy IPA. Is anybody going to, lose their shit over it? Probably not. But as far as like price point on this one goes and availability, it's a good beer. So hazy IPA from Stone, 4 out of 5. Like, I'm not going to do any worse than that. Why? It's a good beer. I'm not going to sit here and shit on it because, Stone is now owned by Sapporo, or I can easily walk into, my grocery store and pick it up out of the Mix of 6 location. Like, who cares? Price point availability. Price point on this one, I don't actually know. But I will say, well, I shouldn't say no. I don't know as far as like single cans go or 6-packs go. I did see, so when I picked it up in the mixed 6-pack location, there was actually a 12-pack of it, $18.99. So you're talking, what, $1.50 a can? Like, that's a good fucking price point for something 6.7% is a hazy IPA, and it's pretty good. So I think the price point's fine. I don't know what this is in a 6-pack. I would guess probably in the $11, $12 range, but it's fine. Availability, wherever you see Stone, you probably should see this one. I don't know if this is like a year-round offering or if this is a seasonal or whatnot. I think they released this for the first time back in the summer of 2021. So I don't know if this is something that is now year-round. Actually, let me see. Does it say anything on here? Enjoy fresh, independent. Brew Association, independent. Right there. Not anymore. Yeah, I don't see anything saying like it's a seasonal. So if anybody knows if it's seasonal or year-round or whatever, let me know. If you've had this one before, let me know. What did you think about this one? Did you grab this? Did you grab a can of it? Did you grab a 6-pack, a 12-pack? Because again, I'm starting to understand the difference between like a grocery store / shelfy IPA and something you are going to pay $5 for a 16-ounce can, something you might wait in line for. You go to the brewery. There's differences. There's value for something like this, I feel like. If you're grocery shopping and I'm at Wegmans, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go over there in the mixed 6-pack, or I'm just going to want to pick up a 6-pack, something. If I had the taste for a hazy and I was like, I want something that concession, this would do the trick. So anyway, post in the comment section if you had this one before. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.